I offered to drive my girlfriend's little sister home from practice, and 4 hours later there were 2 officers and her father waiting outside my apartment. I was coming up the stairs with groceries when I saw them. Mr. Deverell standing with his arms crossed, and 2 uniformed officers beside my door. "That's him," he said. One of the officers stepped forward. "Are you Bastian Roux?" "Yeah, what's this about?" "We need to speak with you regarding allegations of inappropriate contact with a minor." The bag slipped out of my hands. "What? No? What?" Mr. Deverell's face was purple. "You picked my 15-year-old daughter up from school today, without my permission, without telling me, because Camille asked me to. Your other daughter, my girlfriend, she had a shift and couldn't get there. They wanted to talk inside. My hands were shaking so badly I couldn't get the key in the lock. The lead officer, older, patient, notepad out, told me they had a statement alleging I'd been messaging Odile privately for weeks. Then Mr. Deverell shoved his phone at my face. Screenshots, messages that were clearly meant to be read a certain way. "Let me know when you're free. Can't wait." From a number I'd never seen in my life. "Those aren't mine. I don't have her number. I've never texted her once. I called Camille. It rang out. I called again. Nothing. She's not picking up," the second officer noted, writing. "Because she's sick over what you are," Mr. Deverell said. "We pulled the school's exterior camera," the lead officer said. "You're parked outside the building at 2:50 p.m., sitting in your car, waiting." "Yes, because I was picking her up." "Then why not call her parents first?" I didn't have a good answer. "Because the honest one. Because it never occurred to me. She's my girlfriend's sister. I've had dinner at their house 40 times. Sounded like exactly what a guilty man would say. My roommate came out of his room to see what the noise was. The officer asked if he'd known I was collecting a high schooler that afternoon. He blinked and said no. He hadn't heard anything about that. The second officer said something quiet to the first. The first made another note. Mr. Deverell stepped up close enough that I could feel his breath. "She's been sneaking out for a month, coming home at 2 in the morning, lying to my face, and now I know why. Every single thing I said made it worse. I could see it settling on all 3 of them. The story that made the most sense with the least effort. Then my door banged open and Camille came in, hauling her sister by the wrist. Odile's face was swollen from crying. "Tell them," Camille said. "Say it out loud." Odile looked at the floor. "I'm sorry, I'm so sorry." "Tell them." I lied. It came out cracked. He didn't do anything. I made all of it up. The room went completely silent. I've been sneaking out to see someone, and Dad kept asking who, and I panicked, and I needed a name that would explain the text on my phone. She couldn't finish. Camille handed her father her own phone. I texted Bastian at 1:40 asking him to get her. Right there. Timestamps. The lead officer took it, scrolled, read it twice. Then he looked up at me. "You're free to go, sir." "I'm sorry." Mr. Deverell went gray. "Oh God. I could have destroyed your entire life." I couldn't say anything. My legs had gone loose. He turned back to his daughter. "Odile, who is it? Who have you been going to see?" And that's when the second officer said he'd caught a call and started moving toward the door. Odile's head came up. Her face went white as paper. "Wait," she said. And then she said his first name and immediately clapped both hands over her mouth. The lead officer stopped. He turned around very slowly and looked at his partner. I have never watched a room change that fast. His partner had volunteered for the call-out. He'd been the one asking Odile the follow-up questions at the house. He'd been the one who suggested there was no point contacting Camille. He was arrested that night. It turned out he'd met her through a school outreach program 8 months earlier, and there were 2 other girls. Odile testified. It took a year and a half. Mr. Deverell came to my apartment about a week after it happened, alone, and stood in my doorway and apologized for a long time. He asked how I could stand to look at him. I told him the truth, that he'd shown up at a stranger's door for his daughter, and I couldn't be angry at that. Camille and I got married last spring. Odile stood beside her. Her father shook my hand at the reception and held on a beat too long.